We're going to make a angel heart pendant. Starting with red clay, I like to add a little bit of black clay to just darken the color a little bit. And then using my pasta machine, I'll run it through 25 or 30 times until all the marbling is gone. And then using some simple stickers that I get in the mail, some of them are even address labels. Just cut one of them out and we'll be using that. And then also these are some non-stick pieces of paper that I recycle. If you don't have this, you can use wax paper or parchment paper. I use my X-Acto knife with a fine point and the dental tool as my smoothing tool. I'll be using a very thin wire. This is gauge 30, and a wire cutter and a round nose pliers. And these are two little fish hook earring findings. We'll be using these for this project. And this is a little nylon cording. I think I picked this up in either Walmart or Joann Fabrics, somewhere like that. And I'm going to be using a little heart push mold. If you don't have the push mold, you can certainly make your own hearts. And first I took the sticker and then I cut it into the shape of a heart to make sure that it fits. It's smaller than the size of the heart we'll be making. So I start with a very flat clay backing. This is about a medium setting on the pasta machine. It's about 1/16 of an inch, and then I just start with a very straight line at the top. You just drag your X-Acto knife to make sure it's nice and straight. And then off camera I've made some little twisty loops. Just make a loop and twist the wire, and you're going to lay that against the clay backing. Okay, that's the start. And we're going to be rolling up the polymer clay, pushing it into the cavity, and dragging it out into the shape. And then using another piece of polymer clay sort of as a handle, you press it against the back and the heart will pop out of the mold. And you just lay that down onto the backing. Now because the heart has that little indentation by the cleavage part, I'm going to cut a little V shape out of the clay backing so that I don't have to smooth that or mar it in any way. Just lift it out. And then you can reposition your wire, making sure that the loop is side by side so that when your cording goes through it, the pendant lays against the body. If it's a little long, as mine is here, just snip off the ends. You don't want it to be sticking out the bottom. Okay, I think we're ready now. Okay, and then you press the heart against the clay backing and it'll stick. Just smooth it up. And now we're going to be doing the same thing with the earrings. I'll just demonstrate. Most artists are visual learners, so I'll just give you a quick rundown here. You just take the wire, run it around the needle nose pliers and twist it. It couldn't be more simple. And straighten your wire out, and now you're ready to go. You lay that against another straight part of the clay backing, and one by one you're going to do the same thing. Remove the little earring hearts out of the clay mold, and you can give it a little bit more of an indent and lay it against the clay backing, the same manner that you did the pendant. Now occasionally when you remove the heart from the plaster mold, you might get a little bit of clay and a little bit of white powder. You can just roll it up again and put it in. This one doesn't have enough clay, I don't think. This one's a little bit short of clay, so I'll just add a little piece. I don't know how that happened. Just put it back in the mold and reshape it. That's why I like to use the mold, because then this way they're all the same size. But like I said, if you don't have it, you can easily make little earring shapes. Okay, and then again, I like to make the indentation a little bit stronger. You lay it against the clay. You might have to make a little adjustment here or there to make sure that they're exact same size and shape. Okay, and then using your X-Acto knife, you're going to go in and cut them out. Away from the backing. Okay, and then with your dental tool, you're going to smooth out that line so that you can't see that there was a clay backing, so that it's all one unit. And you just very carefully go around each of the elements and smooth them out, just like that. And now we're going to, after you smooth your pendant, we're going to add the sticker. So using the side of a flat pen, I just flatten the top of the heart to sort of make an even playing field, if I can call it that. And then take your sticker and remove the backing from it. I probably should have teased this a little bit. I forgot. Okay, there we go. Alright, you add that to the clay, to the center of the heart, and that little bit of stickiness will make it stick to the polymer clay. And you're going to embed it slightly, first with your finger, and then I come in with the dental tool and go around the edge of the sticker and indent it, and then just go around and about that area, embedding it as best you can without changing the shape of the outer heart area. You'll see what I mean as you're doing it. It's pretty simple. So you want to make at least like a 1/16 of an inch depth, or if you can get 1/8 of an inch, that's even better. But 1/16 should do. And you just smooth the sides so it's nice and neat. And that's ready now to be baked. Actually, we're going to add some beads to it. These are just little tiny sparkly silver seed beads, and I'm going to be adding a few of them. I like to cut these off so that I can move each of the pieces individually without having to pick them up. So I just add a seed bead to the toothpick, just like that, and then add it where I want it and press it into the clay, and then remove the toothpick. And this way you have a lot of control over exactly where you put the beads. So I'm putting 2 beads in the cleavage area of all 3 elements, both of the earrings and the pendant. And then I'll put 1 or 2 at the bottom. Okay, I think 1 is enough.